Germany has not ruled out deploying its military personnel to Ukraine. This was confirmed by Federal Minister for Foreign Affairs of Germany, Annalena Baerbock. According to the Berliner Zeitung, Baerbock emphasized that Germany supports all measures that can ensure long-term peace. Alongside security guarantees such as NATO membership, the presence of German troops could also be an option, but only after a ceasefire is established between Ukraine and Russia.
We have made it clear time and again when discussing peace. It must be a just peace. There should be no freezing of the conflict that merely leads to rearmament and another attack on Ukraine or other European countries. This is why it is crucial to combine different elements of our efforts. But let me emphasize once again, Ukraine as a sovereign country decides how to combine these elements. And let me repeat, the one obstructing peace for over 1,000 days is Putin, who launched his aggressive war in violation of international law without any justification.
The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom has also called on allies to reinforce Ukraine's position. Keir Starmer stated that Kyiv's victory in the war is vital not just for Ukraine but for the entire civilized world. He argued that it is in everyone's interest to prevent the defeat of democracy and freedom in Europe.
So we must continue to back Ukraine and do what it takes to support their self-defense for as long as it takes, to put Ukraine in the strongest possible position for negotiations so that they can secure a just and lasting peace on their terms that guarantees their security, independence, and the right to choose their future.
The Ukrainian Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced successful negotiations regarding additional air defense systems to Kyiv. During a Ukraine-NATO Council meeting, it was reaffirmed that protecting Ukraine's critical infrastructure and civilian population from Russian attacks remains one of the alliance's top priorities.
But there was a clear agreement on the table last night that to help Ukraine, particularly with its infrastructure, has to be a priority. And I'm confident that allies will follow up in the coming days and weeks in making sure that whatever they can supply to Ukraine will be supplied.
When we say that it's impossible to provide the security guarantees to Ukraine, again, I think it's an illusion. If we want to have peace in Ukraine, there's no other way around. We will have to supply security guarantees. And from where we stand, there is no better, no cheaper way of supplying security guarantees than actual NATO Article 5 security guarantees.
The issue of Ukraine's NATO membership was not discussed at the Council meeting. Earlier, President Volodymyr Zelensky stated that he sees no risks for Kyiv's Western partners in inviting Ukraine to join NATO. However, he also acknowledged that Ukraine harbors no illusions about the full application of Article 5 of the North Atlantic Treaty to its entire territory, as partner countries, in his words, oppose being drawn into the war. Reported by Serhiy Kulias, Larissa Petruk, UATV News.
Germany continues to provide military support to Ukraine, but discussions about supplying long-range Taurus missiles are still ongoing. This was stated by German Chancellor Olaf Scholz during his visit to Kyiv.
We are discussing certain systems, whether to supply them or not. This concerns both the range and who can program them.
Kyiv has repeatedly emphasized that German long-range missiles would deal a heavy blow to Russian logistics on the front lines in Ukraine. With the Taurus, Ukraine could target many military objectives within Russia and the occupied Crimean Peninsula, including the Kerch Bridge, the Kerch Strait ferry line, and all Crimean ports.
For us, this is a serious issue, the issue of the Taurus missiles. Olaf and I share many views on certain matters, while we have different perspectives on others. We are working constantly to align our positions more closely on the Taurus issue. Long-range weapons are in general a challenge for us.
Germany has consistently refused to provide Ukraine with the Taurus cruise missiles, even after the United States delivered its long-range weaponry. However, Germany has never stopped offering military assistance to Ukraine. As Federal Chancellor Scholz clarified, Germany remains the leading European nation in providing military aid to Ukraine, totaling 28 billion euros since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion. Following his visit to Kyiv, Chancellor Scholz announced a new military aid package worth 650 million euros. In December, Ukraine will receive its 6th Iris-T air defense system, Patriot launchers, and Gepard self-propelled anti-aircraft guns. Additionally, Ukraine will be supplied with German-made long-range HX-2 strike drones, which have already been dubbed Mini-Taurus. These drones are similar to Russia's Lancets, according to Defense Express.
A new development by the German company Helsing has been revealed: the HX-2 loitering munition, a kamikaze drone. Germany is set to supply Ukraine with 4,000 units of these drones. The HX-2 drones are designed to strike armored vehicles, artillery and other military targets at greater distances, up to 100 kilometers. The drone weighs 12 kilograms, with the payload being a few kilograms. The manufacturer claims the drone is equipped with a cumulative warhead, but other types of warheads can also be installed. From a Defense Express article.
The Helsing drones are expected to be used for targeting armored vehicles in frontline and near frontline zones. Earlier, the German newspaper Bild, citing German Minister of Defense Boris Pistorius, reported that the country is providing Ukraine with cutting-edge drones equipped with artificial intelligence. These drones are said to be capable of striking high-priority Russian military targets, such as Russian command posts or logistical facilities. The first drones are expected to arrive in Ukraine in the coming weeks. Reported by Baston Katerina Victoria Smirnova, UATV News. Germany is prepared to train Ukrainian military personnel. According to Christian Freuding, head of the Special Staff for Ukraine at the German Ministry of Defense, he highlighted that German military instructors could significantly improve the operational efficiency of Ukrainian Armed Forces battalion and brigade-level headquarters. Currently, Kyiv and Berlin are discussing the duration of the training program, which could range from 2 to 6 weeks. Berlin believes it would be safer to conduct this training in Germany rather than in Ukraine.
In Germany and across NATO member states in Europe, we have excellent training facilities with top-tier resources. Conducting training here allows us to focus on quality and safety, ensuring a higher level of effectiveness without the risks posed by operating in a conflict zone. Christian Freuding, head of the Special Staff for Ukraine at the German Ministry of Defense, in a comment to the agency Ukrinform.
To protect a logistic hub supplying military aid to Ukraine, Germany plans to redeploy Patriot air defense systems to Poland in early 2025. These deployments expected to last up to 6 months. Follow Germany's earlier contributions between January and November 2023, when it stationed troops and 3 Patriot systems in Poland. Additionally, Berlin remains committed to supporting Ukraine's defense industry.
We will continue to provide increased support to the Ukrainian defense industry and assist in its development, as this will increase the speed at which material is made available to the Ukrainian armed forces. And we will do this as a first step, with income from windfall profits.
Germany's Minister of Foreign Affairs Annalena Baerbock emphasized the need for greater European investment in defense, warning that every missile launched by Putin targets European security. Since the onset of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Germany has provided over 37 billion euros in aid to Kyiv. Berlin also announced plans to supply Ukraine with additional air defense systems and AI-powered drones to bolster its security. 2 more IRIS-T systems will be delivered to Ukraine by the end of the year. Other things are being prepared. The Defense Minister Boris Pistorius of Germany already made clear that we have begun the delivery of 4,000 AI-assisted drones, because this concerns the protection of our own peace. In early September, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz confirmed that Germany has ordered 17 IRIS-T air defense systems for Ukraine. However, Scholz has consistently opposed providing Kyiv with Taurus long-range missiles, a position he reiterated on November 30th. This stance has sparked criticism from Friedrich Merz, leader of the Christian Democratic Union, who has suggested he would approve such deliveries if elected chancellor. Germany is scheduled to hold early parliamentary elections in 2025, with Merz emerging as a key contender for the chancellorship.
If the Christian Democrats form a coalition with the Social Democrats, the current level of support for Ukraine is likely to continue, if not improve, especially concerning long-range weapon systems.
On November 20th, the German Ministry of Defense announced another military aid package for Ukraine, including drones, Panzerhaubitze 2000 self-propelled howitzers, and ammunition. Germany remains the second largest provider of military aid to Ukraine, following the United States. Reported by Bastun Katerina KD, UATV News.